So hello everyone, we have a lovely, gorgeous young lady here and who just made a fantastic historical moment today, and I'm more than happy to ask her to explain what's happened because it is very unique.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Dia and I have a full driving license from Dubai. But Dubai is a different side of driving. So when I came to the UK and I had to get a license for the other side of the road, I was extremely nervous. But the first instructor that I called was Zsolt, and he, from the very beginning, was very, very supportive. And I kept telling him, be very critical with me because I want to learn and I don't want to make mistakes and I want to pass first try. That was my only condition with him. I said, I want to pass first try because I do not want to do this again. And he said, don't worry. So yes, he helped me a lot. Wherever I made mistakes, he told me very nicely, very sweetly what I was doing wrong. And he provided lots of positive encouragement as I went through. And I'm very happy to say that I have passed my test. And I give all credit to him, even though he says I don't need to, but I think he has been the biggest support in this situation.
It's a teamwork there, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It was a very short but very intensive course what we've done because you are an experienced driver. I would love to start a little bit from the beginning because basically your driving style was completely different.
Yes.
So when I started to correct your mistakes and then your old habits, because you've been driving for many years, you've been looking at a little bit strangely and surprisingly, how could you tell me how to do that because I already done it and I do it without any accident? Was it difficult for you accepting someone is telling me to do differently?
I think the way you taught me was important. So if you would have been extremely critical of me, I would have maybe shut that off. But you were so supportive. Every time I did something right, you said, oh, that's excellent, you did a great job. That really motivated me to do well. So even though it was difficult, I think the way you communicated with me was very positive, and that helped me overcome my bad habits, which is honestly very difficult to change. But
especially because I can tell you are a very strong character. What I thought, what was helping you, I always giving you reasons.
Yes, you always kept telling me why I had to do it.
And then that way you could digest them much more easier.
Yes.
Okay, and today was a very big day because you passed first time, which was absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to you. This is your proof of your success. How the day started, I would love you to explain.
Oh my God.
Because wasn't usual.
No. So what happened is, in the morning, right before I was supposed to leave to come and pick you up, I was checking the government website.
Just for the story, we practiced with your car.
Yes, we learned in my car.
Because you wanted to pass your driving test with your own car.
Yes. So in the morning, when I was just, doing a double check and looking at the government website, and I realized that my car was one of the cars which was in the recall list. And I could not take it to the test. And that's when I started to panic and I said, what am I going to do? And the first thing I did was call you. And you said, it's okay, we can
10 minutes before we're supposed to be meet.
Yes, 10 minutes before. I said, look, I can't take my car. We need to take your car. And you were very supportive, very positive. You said, yes, we'll arrange it. We'll get it done. And I parked my car. We took your car. And you said, don't worry. I was so nervous.
Because I've
never driven
my car.
Exactly.
Yes.
I've never driven your car. So I didn't know how, I was very apprehensive. But again, you were very supportive. You were very positive. And we drove along. And then when we came to the test center and we didn't have any L plates. We did not have the mirror. So we had to ask the instructor and say, examiner. And we had to say, we're sorry, we had problems with the car.
This car, basically, I rarely use it because it's an automatic car. It's a brand new one. It hasn't been marked yet. We did a couple of practice maneuvers, boost your confidence with this car. You could do everything, so you relaxed.
We practiced.
And we asked the examiner, bring his mirror, bring his air plates. He wasn't too happy about it.
No.
Absolutely. And then you sat in the car. I was sitting behind you. And the story continues. Why would it be so simple?
So when the examiner told me to start the car, I was putting in a key and it wasn't going in. And I kept thinking, why isn't it going in? And then the examiner says, are you sure you put in the right key? And I realized I was putting the key of my car into your car. I was so nervous and I thought this is a very bad start that he doesn't even know what key I'm using in the car. But we figured the key out and then hopefully everything was fine from there on. But it was a very difficult start.
Couldn't start even worse. So
Yeah, it's the worst start. First figuring out you can't take your car.
Yes.
Then figuring out you're going to be driving in a completely new car. Then figuring out that you're so nervous you're putting in the wrong key. But I think you taught me well. We practiced a lot. Even on the day you said come early. So you didn't just say, you know, we'll just go for the test. You said, no, we'll go early, we'll practice. And we went and practiced where I have made mistakes. And you said, okay, let's practice this again, let's practice this again. We practiced everything before the test. Even the show me, tell me, you helped me a lot. You said, no, let's go through everything again. Let's do it with me. Show me how you will answer the questions. So that was great. That was excellent.
The test route nearly was the same what we did just before
Yes.
the test. So
Yes, very
even
similar.
the independent drive, we went towards to Dudley and we went earlier towards to Tipton, which is exactly the same,
Yes.
just a different mark. What would you advise to your fellow members who are coming from Dubai or from other countries when they need to change their driving style, when they need to change their attitude? Because you said to me one interesting thing during the course when your mom arrived, and then you said to your mom, we wait until this ice cream machine is gone. Oh no, it's a scrap collecting car. Unusual, but it is usual here in UK. Probably you won't see that in Dubai.
Yes.
You said to me, you mentioned it to your mom, you won't be able to drive now, or you can't really imagine how you did drive back in Dubai. What's the huge difference?
I think, okay, so I'll answer your first question
Okay,
first. Is
thank
that
you.
what would I tell people who are coming from the same place as me? I would say find an instructor who is extremely experienced, and when they tell you something, trust that. So even when you were telling me things and they don't happen in my country, I had to trust you, and that trust has paid off today, that I know I'm a safer driver and my techniques are more suited to the UK. So that's the thing I would say, is that even if you feel that, oh no, this what is this, trust you, because you know what you're talking about. And I am proof that if I can pass first try with the classes that I've had, then
Going through
who
with
can
everything.
exactly whatever's happened, then anybody can. They just need to trust you. You're doing a good job, you're telling them the right thing, and you're doing it for the right reasons. So that's one. And the second thing that you asked me was that ever since I've come to the UK, I've become a much safer driver. In Dubai, the driving is a lot more hectic, a lot more crazy. People speed a lot. I used to be one of them. My driving was not very safe. But then I had my son, and I came here and I realized, no, UK driving is much safer. And now I realize that because I've learned all these things, and you have told me that, okay, if you do this, this can go wrong. If you do this, that can go wrong. I don't think I'm ever going to go back and drive that way again. I think what you have taught me will stick with me for life, because you've told me why. You know, you've explained to me what could happen, and even emergency brakes. You kept telling me, do an emergency brake, and I've never learned that. Nobody's ever told me about that. I never got tested on it in Dubai, so that was a completely new thing. And then you kept saying, what if a child comes in, you know, and you have to brake? And then you made me do it like 4, 5, 6 times till I got it right. And that is so important, that today I have the confidence to know that if I need to stop the car immediately, I can. So that's a lifelong lesson that I take with me, thanks to you. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You pass your test in Dubai. What's the major difference in Dubai?
Okay, so in Dubai, we don't drive with our instructors. We have to drive alone. And we drive with other drivers who are also giving the test with us.
Really?
Yes. And we don't have emergency stops. We don't have show me, tell me like you have here with open the bonnet, show me where the engine. We don't have that in Dubai. So if I had to do it, I wouldn't know how to do it because nobody ever taught me or tested me. I think it's a shorter test as well.
It's quite precious if you have other candidates sitting behind you.
Oh my God. There's 4 of us, so this was much better.
Different, yes.
Yeah.
So, very well done, dear, one more time.
Thank you, and well done to you for getting me here.
Look, it's a teamwork. So, you know, I could be the best, you could be the best. If we won't work together, it won't have the same achievement today. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
And drive safely from now on. And I wish you best of luck, because you are PhD here in Birmingham. That's how we met.
Yeah.
So, I wish you best of the success with your PhD and then with your family and your son as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.